Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Bold and the Beautiful has Eric Forrester silently stewing as Steffy Forrester and her father, Ridge Forrester, put FC's reputation in danger with their harsh actions on the CBS soap. Eric built Forrester Creations and B&B hints he's not about to sit by as his granddaughter and son's personal lives start tearing it down. But it looks like he does this from behind the scenes, as the soap promises a twist next week. Bold and the Beautiful's Eric Forrester, John McCook, built his company into a world-renowned fashion house. But looking toward retirement, he put Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., and Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Messinswood, in the wheelhouse. For Eric, it was always about family, and FC was to be the legacy he intended to leave behind for his Forrester brood. While things went fine for a while, Steffy Forrester's, Jacqueline Messinswood, personal life seeped into the business, causing the workplace to become unhinged. It started with Steffy, but Ridge followed suit, as he defended his daughter's decision to fire Hope Lovin, Annika Noel. So, Eric has his two co-CEOs driving his life's work in the wrong direction for his ideas about a family business. While he likely won't appear to take matters into his own hands on the surface, he might do so from behind the scenes. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for next week have Steffy and Ridge waiting with bated breath to hear what Justin Barter, Aaron D. Spears, says about undoing this takeover. But the spoilers suggest they won't hear good news. Ridge Forrester offered his QO a second chance if he stopped his takeover plan. But from what the B&B preview shows, it looks like Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, didn't bite at Ridge Forrester's offer, and that's likely due to a contingency the dressmaker threw in. What came along with that offer was Carter needing to dump Hope, which he isn't about to do anytime soon. So, as the father-daughter co-CEOs look for a way to fix Carter's deed, Eric might see this mess as a chance to bring the company back to where it needs to be. Eric likely had enough of his granddaughter, who shut him down as he tried to protest her firing Hope. She acted callous, treating her grandfather as if he was insignificant. Bold and the Beautiful fans saw how Eric retaliated once before when he was made to feel unneeded at FC. He set up shop, creating his final FC line. But this time he might have something else in mind. Bold and the Beautiful might have Eric Forrester furious when he first hears about Carter and Hope's coup. But he already knows that Carter is correct about FC going in the wrong direction, which started with Steffy firing Hope. So, Eric might silently join up with Carter, giving him pointers as he gets FC back in order. Then, with Steffy and Ridge no longer in control, Eric could step back in and run the company the way he always wanted. Of course, Carter would probably need to table his dreams of FC becoming a global luxury brand. But to get the company back on track, he'd likely do so with little protest, if any at all. Carter would most likely welcome the chance for Eric to become the final word again at FC. Or, with Carter's help, the Forrester matriarch could set something up so that the other members of his extended family who work there won't ever face something like Hope did. Maybe he could create a board consisting of folks who work at FC. Then they could vote on important business decisions, like ending a design line. Either way, if Eric Forrester should secretly support Carter as he proceeds with this takeover, he could bring Forrester Creations back to where it belongs. This would also act as a wake-up call to Steffy Forrester and Ridge Forrester, as it teaches them something about being part of a family business on the CBS soap. The Forrester family has always been the heart of the Bold and the Beautiful, weaving through decades of high fashion, intense love triangles, and shocking betrayals. But even amidst the glamour, the one thing the Forresters could always count on was their family ties, until recently. Eric Forrester, the patriarch and guiding light of the clan, has had enough. In a recent storyline brimming with tension, Eric delivered a hard-hitting lesson to his son Ridge and granddaughter Steffy, shaking the very foundation of their family dynamics. For years, Eric has been the anchor of the Forrester family, balancing the tumultuous relationships within the family while running Forrester Creations, the high-profile fashion house that has been both a blessing and a curse. Eric's recent actions, however, have shown that even the strongest anchors can't hold forever when family bonds are stretched thin. Ridge, ever the ambitious designer, has clashed repeatedly with his father over creative differences. Meanwhile, Steffy, known for her fierce independence, has increasingly distanced herself from the family's traditions in favor of her own modern vision. These tensions came to a head in a dramatic confrontation, where Eric finally laid bare his frustrations. The confrontation began innocuously enough in the iconic Forrester Creations boardroom, where the family often gathers to hash out both business and personal conflicts. Eric had called Ridge and Steffy together, ostensibly to discuss the upcoming collection. What they didn't expect was a heartfelt speech that would shake them to their cores. "I built this company with my bare hands," Eric began, his voice steady but charged with emotion. "Not for the glory, not for the money, but for this family. And now, I see my own son and granddaughter tearing each other, and this family, apart over what? Power? Pride?" Ridge, ever the defensive one, crossed his arms and shot back, "Dad, we're just trying to move the company forward. Times have changed. What worked 30 years ago doesn't work now." Eric's response was swift and cutting. "Times may have changed, Ridge, but the principles of family haven't. You don't build a legacy by stepping over the people who love you. And Steffy, you're following in the same footsteps, letting ambition cloud your judgment." Steffi's face hardened, but her eyes betrayed her vulnerability. She had always idolized her grandfather, seeing him as a symbol of stability in her otherwise chaotic life. Eric's words hit her harder than she expected. "Granddad, I've only ever wanted what's best for the company," she said, her voice faltering slightly. "For our family." Eric's eyes softened for a moment, but his words remained firm. "What's best for this family is unity, Steffy, not competition, not ego. We've lost too much already. Your grandmother, Stephanie, would never have stood for this kind of division, and neither will I." Ridge, for his part, remained defiant. He has always been a man driven by his passions, often to the detriment of his relationships. But Eric wasn't about to let him off the hook. "You've always been so focused on being the best, Ridge," Eric said, his tone almost sorrowful. "But being the best doesn't mean standing alone at the top. It means bringing your family with you. You're my son, and I love you, but you've forgotten what that means." For the first time in years, Ridge looked genuinely shaken. His father's disappointment cut deeper than any professional failure ever could. Eric's speech wasn't just a wake-up call for Ridge and Steffy, it was a reminder for the audience as well. In a world where ambition and personal success often take precedence, Eric's words resonated as a powerful reminder of the importance of family and legacy. "Money comes and goes," Eric concluded. "Fame is fleeting. But family, that's eternal. If we lose that, we've lost everything." The confrontation ended with an uneasy silence. Ridge and Steffy left the boardroom visibly shaken, their usual confidence replaced by a sense of introspection. Eric, meanwhile, remained behind, gazing at the family portraits on the wall. He knew his words had struck a chord, but whether they would lead to real change remained to be seen. Back at home, Ridge found himself reflecting on his father's words. For the first time in years, he realized how much his ambition had cost him, not just in terms of strained relationships with his family, but also in terms of his own happiness. Steffy, too, felt the weight of her grandfather's words. She had always prided herself on her strength and independence, but Eric's reminder of her grandmother's legacy made her question whether she had strayed too far from the values that had built the Forrester dynasty. As The Bold and the Beautiful continues, the ripple effects of Eric's lesson on family are sure to play out in unexpected ways. Will Ridge and Steffy mend their ways and work together to strengthen their family bonds, or will their ambition continue to drive them apart? Eric's heartfelt plea serves as a reminder that even in the most glamorous of worlds, the ties that bind us are more important than anything else. In a show filled with drama, betrayal, and heartbreak, this storyline stands out as a poignant reminder of what truly matters: family. As viewers, we can only hope that Ridge and Steffy take Eric's words to heart. After all, the Forrester family has survived countless scandals and betrayals, but without unity, even the strongest legacy can crumble. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.